What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Justin from Justin Paul Sports back for another live UFL stream on a crazy Tuesday afternoon. What a day to have football on. A lot of that, I think, has to go with not wanting to have compete with the Final Four, which we just wrapped up. The Final Four is absolutely what a tournament it was. Michigan ended up pulling out, winning the whole thing. They looked unstoppable throughout the tournament. Nobody really gave them any kind of competition. I mean, Alabama gave them was the only team to really lead them at the half, and they absolutely mauled everybody. Older, experienced teams. That seems to be the new way. It was kind of the same thing with Indiana in the Big Ten. They had the same precipice for victory. So, but that's neither here nor there. Another college basketball season in the books. Auburn won the NIT, so congratulations on being the 69th best team in college football. Right where you belong, nonetheless. But got a couple viewers tuning in. I got two. Started the stream a little bit late as I was having issues with my camera. But nonetheless, here we are. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are going to watch the St. Louis Battlehawks at the Dallas Renegades. I got an old Renegades hat here from the XFL 2020 edition. I've also got a XFL shirt on for those of you that can see that. But it's going to be a fun time. Not like a little Tuesday Night Football. There's nothing on, this time of the year unless you watch the NBA. I don't know why you would do that, but that's where we're at. So just want to say hello to everybody tuning in. It's going to be quite the night. Nothing like a little ball to get us through the UFL. For those of you that don't know anything about the UFL, but you do, some unique rules. You just at the 50-yard line, once you're past the 50-yard line, you have to go for it. You have to go for it. A fourth down, you've got to go out there and make plays and move the football and put points on the board. You also can kick a 60-yard plus field goal, and it's worth 4 points. I've got my own little disagreements on that. But nonetheless, it does bring an exciting element. This is still professional football, but it does have a little bit of different flavor, if you will, to just try and get viewers in. I mean, this obviously isn't the NFL and it's not college football. And, when you're your own league, you set your own rules. And, when you got a commissioner who's trying to grow this league and get established, this is what we're going to see. So it's going to be good stuff. The other rules are, they brought the extra point in, which I thought was a big deal. They should. That's a good thing to do. You want to have an extra point, just to kind of keep the traditional football sense. And they've got the 2-point conversion, which is a good thing. That's been around for a long time. That's been a long years and years ago. The NFL finally adopted that in 1994. So prior to that, it wasn't a thing. But nonetheless, real quick recap before we kick off here. Game on Friday, we saw DC beat the Aviators 44-26 in a shootout. There it was a interesting Friday night matchup, but the defenders showed why they are who they are. The Aviators really got to figure it out. They've got to figure it out defensively. They're just giving up points like crazy. Saturday's game, I had Orlando to cover. They won 19-9. Louisville's defense is still worth watching. We thought we might get a little more quarterback play out of Louisville last week, but Orlando's really well coached. And because of that, that's just kind of be their MO. That's kind of what you want to do in a spring league is look at the coaching, look and see who's able to get things done. Coach Becht has experience with the Battlehawks. I thought it was crazy that they moved him to Orlando. An upgrade for him. He doesn't have to live in St. Louis anymore. He can live in Orlando, so that's a big upgrade. And yesterday, my beloved Birmingham Stallions lost to the Houston Gamblers. The Gamblers have a serious problem holding on to the football, but they did outplay Birmingham everywhere. Won on an exciting game-winning field goal on Easter Sunday. What a way to close out that game. And we're here tonight for St. Louis at Dallas. I do like the Battlehawks getting a 3, even though I'm wearing the Renegades hat. But 3.5 on the road, it's just a nice touch. Still kind of getting a feel for who these teams are. I mean, Austin Reed is an exciting quarterback, so it's going to be kind of good to watch that. And we're just enjoying our UFL season, and eventually we're going to taper off. The NFL draft is coming up soon. I will have a complete live stream for the entire draft. I'm working on some guests right now. Not sure if Bobby's going to be able to join me or not. He's busy with a lot of things in his life right now, so if he makes it, he makes it. If he doesn't, totally understandable. And I will definitely have guests. I won't be doing the whole thing solo, even though that'd be wild. But the draft's exciting. The draft is super exciting. I mean, the Packers. I'm a Packer fan. They don't have a first round pick because they've got sent that to Dallas as part of the Micah Parsons deal, which is looking like a good deal for them. Uh, Packers still made the playoffs, so it's not like they give up a top 10 pick. And Green Bay was able to shed a little bit of that cap with Kenny Clark going on to Dallas. So no first round pick for the Packers, but this is kind of a weaker draft class as well. There really isn't an elite quarterback talent in there. I know a lot of people like Fernando Mendoza, but going back through what I was talking about when I opened up with Michigan winning the Final Four and Indiana winning, the national championship, I think part of that is the more experienced transfer portal players. When you got players that are averaging 23 years of age compared to more traditional college age players, you're going to get uh, advantages. And last year, Coach Signetti got it done with the Hoosiers. And we're going to see, the Raiders did some smart decision making, though, by signing Kirk Cousins and saying, we're going to let, because they're going to draft Mendoza. They're just going to do it and let him develop and learn. Let him learn. It's a true formula. It does work. A lot of fan bases are impatient and they don't want to wait for their players. They don't want to wait for first round picks. They don't want to wait for this or that. But waiting and being patient and developing a core and a roster is what brings you success. The older rosters, that's why they win. Like the 49ers have one of the oldest rosters in the NFL, but they're all experienced players. A lot of snaps. It's less mistakes you're going to make mentally. And when you're mentally sound and mentally fit, you're tough out. They got guys like George Kittle and McCaffrey, and that allows their young quarterback to have his play be elevated probably beyond what it should be to be a success. So just checking, got 9 viewers. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. And it is time for kickoff. Coach Ricky Prohl for the St. Louis Battlehawks and Coach Rick Neuheisel, former Seattle Seahawks and Washington Husky and UCLA coach, is coaching the Renegades. And Tuesday Night Football is crazy. Luckily, it's only this week. I hope next year when they do the UFL, Coach Repole, or I don't know how you say his name. Is it Repole or Repole? But Commissioner kind of went with this late in the game. I think next year there'll be a little more structure to it. And I think you're going to see kickoff be that Super Bowl bye week. I actually have the phone number to the commissioner's chief of staff, and I've sent him some ideas. And I don't know if he's heard me, and I sent him one recently, and he responded quickly. So I don't want to say I have his ear, but I'd love to have him on the show. Maybe I'll work something out, but that's a very busy, wealthy man running businesses. So it looks like Dallas is getting the ball first. I didn't see who won the toss. This is a very light crowd, but it is a Tuesday night, to be fair. This is Tuesday night. I will defend the lack of attendance on that Tuesday night for week 2. It's just going to be what it is. I think that's one thing that a lot of people push so hard is to try and get attendance and have it matter a lot. But, going to these smaller stadiums helps for sure. And you've got to build roots. Don't move franchises around. I know that we have a bunch of new ones this year, but keep them. Now keep them there. And if you expand, see if you can go. I think that the reason that some of those expansions happened was, the first part is getting out of these massive stadiums like, the Liberty Bowl and where the Rangers play for Arlington, things along that sort, because the cost to rent the stadiums were expensive. Now he's put the Stallions on a leash because they play at UAB, but I think that they can develop something there. Anyway, kickoff's taken out to the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Austin Reed is in for the Renegades. We got play action inside. Reed's under a little bit of pressure in a perfect pocket, though. Gets it out to the tight end. They're past the 50-yard line. That's a great, long, developed passing route to big, chunky yardage there. So he hits the slot. Looks like just a simple, Simple slant, kind of, yeah, just a slant and gets past the linebacker. Perfect throw. You do that in Madden all day long. So if you guys want to comment, show me some comments, show me some love, say hello, tell me where you're from, who's watching. 1st and 10 from the Battlehawks 47-yard line. Got 4 wideouts here and single back formation. They do hand it off to the right side. Gets out to another 12 yards, so 2 plays in, and they are gashing Merriweather with a nice carry there. And just basic football 101. There's nothing special about those 2 plays. Slant route, spread out the offense, give a run up the middle. We'll go from there. So let's try something out here while I'm got you guys on the stream. Let's see here. Nope, don't want to do that. But do want to give you guys a quick applause for tuning in. But real quick, is 1st and 10 again. Reed back to throw, throws it out to the flat, and makes a tackle miss. I didn't see the jersey number 1. And 7 yards. So 3 plays, 3 positive plays for the Renegades. Tyler Vaughn's. Last week he had 7 grabs for 144 and a touchdown. That's good stuff. That'll get you into training camp. 4 wide, bunch formation on the far right side. It's like one of those Tennessee Volunteer plays. Reed back, throws it behind the line of scrimmage. That should almost be a loss. So, but to you guys real quick, just giving a little shout out to you guys. Thank you for tuning in and watching on this Tuesday night game. If you want to follow along, the game is on FS1. Obviously, I cannot put the stream up. I mean, the get copyrighted so hard so quickly. So, all right. So it's 3rd and 4. And they got just a simple dual back, but 3 wide here. So we got 5 on the line. Play action. Wide open in the middle of the field. Goes inside, cuts it. He's down to the 10-yard line. So that's his 2nd grab. And they're deep in the red zone. So it's going to be 1st and goal. And Dallas is just moving the ball at will. Just at will. They're not getting any pressure on the edge. There's no interior pressure. Everything is wide open. So this is a great game plan by Coach Neuheisel. We've got a scoring opportunity on the board already. That's what you like to see. So, cheers, y'all. You guys play fantasy football? Let me know in the chat. 1st and goal from the 6, and there is a stoppage. And the play clock had run down, so first timeout on the first drive. So that those little things like that can simply just kill your momentum on a drive. That's the only time I believe in momentum is on a drive, not necessarily for like a whole game, because every series is different. And you've got to execute perfectly for it to be a sustained momentum. But there is rhythm to everything, whether it's no matter what it is, your job, you get in a flow, you get in a rhythm, your dating life, you get in a rhythm, dating your girlfriend or whatever, or writing or reading or whatever your passion is. If you got any kind of rhythm to it, when you break it, it's hard to get back in there because you're just locked in. So just made a fantasy football trade, but he rejected it. It was unfortunate trying to get Tootin from the Jaguars. But I think the price is going to be too high. So I got a pretty loaded team in that league. So 1st and goal, 12 minutes exactly in the first quarter. So we're only 3 minutes into the football game. They're on the 7-yard line. Just a single back formation, nothing heavy on the left side. A little motion inside, and Reed has him wide open. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Renegades have scored a touchdown. Tyler Vaughn's has 3 catches on this drive with a touchdown. I think he's already got 50 yards. So Dallas has their weapons. Reed to Vaughn's is going to be what's going on with this team. Nice inside look. They just did a little crisscross. It wasn't a pick play, but open by 3 steps. The defense playing man, and when you cross up man, you're going to have somebody open. So touchdown for the Renegades. And they are going to go, let's see here. They're going to go for 1, which they should. When you open the drive, just kick the extra point. There is a pandemic, an epidemic, they're going for the extra point. Whatever you want to call it. Go for it. Just take the extra points. First half of the football game, take any points that you can get. Don't get crazy. Don't get goofy. And he hooked the kick left. It's kind of interesting because we've seen in the UFL where kickers like Bates and Folk resurrected his career. And in spring football, we always find kickers. Young Wei Koo kicked in the AAF, had himself a nice little career, made a lot of money when he was with the Falcons. So great series there. Reed, Hodges, and Vaughns. It's a great offensive unit there. Dallas looks good, man. Come out like that. But then it's always, you want to see what you look like after your scripted plays. And this is professional football, and the plays are scripted. And when you script and you don't have to make any changes and you've practiced these things, then we got to see where your play calling sets in. We're going to see how innovative you can be and keep these things rolling because now St. Louis is going to get the football and we're going to see what they do on their predetermined script. So scripts are all that matter when it comes to football in the beginning of the game, and that's how we see it. Trying to figure some things out here. Let's mess with the background here. Let's see if I can actually gonna put this up real quick so y'all bear with me. Pardon me. Just doing some checks here. I think they were saying that they were having issues connecting to YouTube, so hang tight. Okay, we are back, and just gonna put a little ticker on the bottom there just to get some previous scores in there. So I'm working on some stuff here, kind of going at a slow pace, just so you can get some. Oh, so mistake there. Give me 1 second. Let me fix that real quick. Okay. There we go. So 1st and 10. St. Louis has the ball on the kickoff. It looks like they're almost at the 34-yard line there. And we got 5 wide set on 1st down. Plenty of time. Silver just way overthrows his receiver. My goodness. Way overthrown. So he kind of forced that throw. See what kind of pressure we get going on there. But it looks like Brandon Silvers, 16 to 28 last week, 198 yards, no touchdowns, 1 touchdown against the defenders. But what do you guys think of the UFL? You guys think this is going to go somewhere? You think it's just a non-stick around league? I think it's great. I love football. So because I love football, I'm all for it. 5 wide again. 2nd and 10. So they're rushing 4. And he's trying to throw it. See, it's the problem with 5 wide is he's trying to throw a 40-yard pass to gain 6, and it nearly got picked off. So I'm putting this on the play calling already. I mean, you got Hakeem Butler out there, and Jakir Person. Defensively, though, we got Stephen Jones playing corner. He's had pretty good spring career, and defensive tackle Kevin Strong. So let's see how they come up again. This time they're 4 wide, but it's wide formations on St. Louis. They haven't gained a yard yet. It's 3rd and 10. And they're rushing for. He's back. He's got time. He's got time. Throws over the middle of the field, and it throws an interception. It's picked off. They're right in the middle of the field, and the Renegades are in business inside the 35-yard line. So what a great play defensively. It's 3 terrible plays by Silvers. So pass, turnover, and you set up the Renegades in amazing field position to make a play here. So just looking at the defense, they're in a dime set. Tries to throw left, does a little going deep, and just way underthrows him, way behind, and underthrows Akeem Butler. If he makes that throw, he can make a first down. That could have been a big play. It was just a terrible throw. All on the quarterback. It's all on the quarterback. So hang on just a minute, folks. I'll be right back. Hang on one second. All right. When the dog wants out of the room, you let him out. First and 10 for the Renegades at the 34-yard line. They're running trips left. Reed back to pass, got all day, and deflected off the receivers. It tipped off the receiver's hands. It was nearly picked off. There was a penalty marker down. So I kind of like going out there and just trying to make a pass on first down and go for the jugular early. You want to break the will of your opposition, no matter what it is. Football, your career, competition. It's good for the soul, man. Competition is a great thing. When you don't have competition, you can't thrive. We see it all the time. It's like professional wrestling. WWE sucks so bad, and then the AEW formed, and then they changed their game. Now they suck again, but they've got so much money, they got complacent. But that's neither here nor there. So it's first and 10 again. I guess the penalty, I don't know what the penalty was on. And it's RPO inside they give, but this is stuffed for a yard loss. So Hunter with the run, no gain. Reed is 4 or 5 for 56 yards and a touchdown and a pick. Or no picks, but I think we're going to see the Battlehawks come out a little more conservative on the next drive. I mean, you cannot give a football team, after giving up a touchdown, give them the ball right away again. So it's still early in the game, still early in the first quarter, 9 minutes, 50 seconds left. Second and 10, 4 wide. These are wide formations. He's got protection throws, and it is swatted down at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be third and 10. But now you're in a position to where you might want to run the ball to see if you can get your kicker in a better field goal range, get his confidence back up after hooking that kick left. So, by the way, if you tune in to my Winnable, WINIBLE.com, I have up there all of my picks are free for the UFL. I had the Battlehawks plus 3.5 tonight. So that is my play. I stick by it. 4 wide again for Dallas. And they're bringing a little bit of pressure. Gets picked up. He throws over the middle of the field, and it is tipped again. And it is almost intercepted, but it falls harmlessly to the ground. So it'll be 4th down. So 3 straight passes again. We gain no yards. That's why in football you have to run the ball, because if you just constantly throw it, you got so many chances for stalled drives. Ooh, that was nearly picked off. So, got 13 viewers. Thank you guys for tuning in to watch the UFL on FS1. This will be a 48-yard field goal attempt. Colton Thaker. And this one is right down Broadway. Perfect. Perfect kick. So 3 more points on the board after the turnover by the Battlehawks, but the Renegades cannot move the football, but they do get 3 points back on there. So it's currently 9-0 Dallas. 9-0. What a day. What a Tuesday it has been. Just a moment here. Just while we're at break, see if anybody's checked in here. And 12 of you are tuning in on X, so I just want to say thank you for that. I'm going to just kind of put a little pinch on it to come talk football. So I know it's an extreme close up. I know that my beautiful face is what y'all want to see. So I just want to check the YouTube because they did say it was down. So let me check that out. Just want to check. Be patient with me. Okay, so it is working. It is working, and that's all I care about. All right, back in the game. Is that what Dave Chappelle said? Back in the game. Yeah, 15 tuned in. Most of y'all tuned in on X. It's one thing about X; it will give you that viewership quickly. Still trying to grow my YouTube. Still trying to grow my Kick. I finally got 300 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you guys for tuning in and subscribing on X or on YouTube as well. And like I said, I will be covering the NFL draft. When that happens, that is going to be great stuff. Working on some guests, it's real difficult to, I won't say difficult, but when you're just talking into a microphone and not bouncing off a conversation when it comes to sports, it's a little bit more of an art than it is when, you're talking about something like news or relationships or show and tell. It's always better to have a crew. So I'm going to make sure that I get something scheduled here. Renegades are showing Taco Charlton. Remember, the Cowboys picked him up in the first round. Hasn't had the career that a lot of people thought he would. Former Michigan man, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. It's time for the kickoff here. They're showing the replay. That interception earlier. It's just a bad throw. My goodness. See what Coach Newsheisel has to kind of adjustments they're going to make defensively, if any. But Ricky Prohl's got to figure it out here. And the Battlehawks are turning out to about the 25-yard line. Good special teams coverage there. Remember, the NFL stole the innovation on the kickoff from the UFL. So it is doing things. It does cause changes in other places. I do like that the UFL only has 1 foot in. Like, that's all you need. You don't need nothing crazy. You don't have to overcomplicate football at all when you do it. God, is it a depressing thing? Just show me the game, show me the hits. But 1st and 10 for the Renegades. Correction, 1st and 10 for the Battlehawks. 26-yard line. Is the inside give, so they finally run the ball and they gain 6 yards. So that'll take some pressure off the quarterback. That's why it was kind of wild to just go out there 5 wide, 5 wide. Offensive coordinator for Dallas' name is Mike Gilhammer. I've never heard of him before. I'm sorry, he's the defensive coordinator. I'm sorry making these mistakes, y'all. It's been a long Tuesday. I mean, after all, we heard from our president this morning that we were going to see the end of civilization, so pardon me for not being on par. 4 wide here for the Battlehawks. And Dallas is playing back. So there should be something short, and there is. And they get the first down, so they get a conversion on that drive. I don't know why they were playing him so deep, but Hakeem Butler is a threat. Folks, if you live in the UFL market, you need to get out there and go to a game. You need to go. You need to go, for sure. So, all right, 1st and 10. Both these teams are 1-0. Silvers is 104 for 6 yards and a pick. That is not how you want to start, but you just got to work through it and forget it what's done. They run kind of a similar thing to the other side, just a little levels route. But it gains a few yards, so it'll be in good field position here for 2nd down, which they should be able to do a run. Just trying to see what they're calling here. It's kind of cool to get that access to see what the play calling is. But I always wonder if they're going to show the TV broadcast in the coach's booth, they can hear all the plays. So why wouldn't you make those adjustments defensively, Here we go, 2nd and 4. I got 4 wide. This is just like college football. This is Big 12 offenses. They're blitzing, though. It's picked up, and they throw it over to the back. So when the blitz came in, that was a great read by Silvers to get it to the back. Latulas for 1st down and a big gain. Linebacker blitzed. There's nobody there to cover him. Just runs a little Texas route. Right there, boom. Simple. Good play. Good play. 3 of 6, 26 yards for Silvers. Kevin Latulis. He had 61 yards. He had almost 100 yards total last week from scrimmage. 4 wide again. Oh, no penalty. It looks like a false start. False start. So these procedure penalties are worse than anything else in football. They're worse because they're preventable. They're mental mistakes. You've got to pay attention. You don't have a crowd here to throw you off your game. You are the visiting team. And I'm not dissing Dallas. I'm just saying you don't have this massive crowd here to get in your head and work this kind of distractions. So a little bit of sunshine in here. It's a nice day. Kind of makes it darker though. I'll just have to stick with this. All right, 1st and 15. 4 wide again. And another penalty marker. But they're trying to say that the defense jumped and it caused the lineman to shift. So we'll see if it's a neutral zone infraction or a false start. So they get it back. Again, mental. Line of scrimmage penalties, pre-snap penalties are all mental. Substitutions, everything. The penalties you can kind of live with, like holding, you can live with it because it's a physical play and, stuff like that. But this, like, getting lined up and all that shit, you got to be able to get that stuff done. Otherwise, you're just not paying attention. 4 wide again. They fake the inside give and just throw a quick little curl route there, a little stick route. But it's completed to Jackson, so they're moving the ball, trying to get themselves downfield, 2nd and 7. Just want to say hello, hello, hello. I'm going to post a comment saying hello to all y'all out there. Hello, hello. 2nd and 7. At their 40-yard line. Run 4 wide again. They're looking deep down the left side, and it's a dime to Butler. So this time the throw was perfect, and he just cooked that dude. That dude is back there just eating it. Great throw. Just one-on-one coverage on the left side. Smokes Jones. Butler's a big man. Just a big man. Just throws simple streak. There was nothing exciting about it. Throw was on the money. This cornerback got caught looking in the backfield. And that makes sense when you see an underthrow earlier in the game and you get a pick. Now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 5, and the play clock runs out, so there's going to be a timeout. So again, these coaches can reiterate, get your ass on the line of scrimmage. Get up there, get ready. Don't celebrate. You got to win first and celebrate later. You've got to be disciplined. You've got to be in the moment. Eyes are on you. This is a nationally televised football game on FS1. You want to get your shot to get back in the NFL. You want to get money. You want to get paid. This is where you got to put these things together. Same thing with these coaching staffs. They kind of want to make sure that everybody's paying attention, and, it's an indictment on them when you don't line up and do your job. And you do have a job to do. All right, so they're calling the play earlier. I can hear them calling a jet sweep. So let's see what they do here. Let's see what we got here. All right, 1st and goal for Dallas, or for St. Louis on the Dallas. Looks like 5-yard line. Three wide, man in motion inside. There's a jet sweep, just like they called it. But Dallas is all over it. But it is a gain, so gains a couple yards. So it'll be 2nd and goal. Playbook's wide open here, but if it's me, when you get inside the 5-yard line, I'm more of an advocate for running the ball than anything else. So here we go. Let's see how this goes here. 2nd and goal. 4 minutes left. Motion from right to left, and They fake the jet sweep, throw a one-on-one to Butler, but he's covered. Dude was all in his face. Great coverage by Jones there. Made up for getting cooked earlier in the drive, so now it's 3rd and goal. But they faked the jet sweep, but they threw. The throw was just not catchable. Like, he was just absolutely covered. If it throws a little bit higher, maybe he can get that, but that's a tough throw. 3rd and goal. Silver's a 6 of 9 for 66 yards and a pick. And this time they're running a pistol. Nope, it's just heavy. And there's a timeout. Another timeout for St. Louis, or for Dallas. I'm sorry, for St. Louis. So they've burned 2 timeouts on this drive. But this first half, you don't need those back. You can't take them with you. You're in a goal to go situation. Totally fine. Talk about it. Get situated. Get ready. But put points on the board at all costs. Don't go for it. You don't need to do that yet. It's the first quarter. So, got a comment there for Uma Demaro, but thank you so much. Promoting the Discord, but I am not interested in Discords right now, but good stuff. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Trying to get my kick going. Just trying to get that kick going. Remember NXS wrote that album Kick? It was their best album. True story. True story. These are the facts. All right, 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do here. I think they're going to get it right. I'm doing an inside run here if it's me. Maybe I'm doing a counter play based on the formation here. They got trips right, but man single inside, and that's what they do. They run the counter, and it stopped, so it's going to be 4th and goal. There is a penalty marker down. So if it's a defensive penalty, so it's a substitution penalty. So you come out of a timeout and have an illegal substitution. That's on the coaching. That's on the coaching staff. So it's 3rd and goal, but now they're 5 yards back. So the coach of the Renegades is arguing they want 4th and goal, but they accepted the penalty. And that's what you want. If you're a defense, you want to have it on 4th down, make them make a decision, So he's trying to say it. So they're going to decline the penalty, which makes more sense. But if I'm St. Louis, I'm just kicking the field goal. Like, you can't have a substitute. You're not in the right mindset. Kick the field goal. Just kick the field goal. Get something on the board. You don't need to overcome all this adversity you put on yourself. This is a mental game. This is a chess game. I know it's easy for me to sit here and say it in my nice little air-conditioned room with all this and that, but just take the points. The game's not over. It's not out of hand. It's 9-0. You're on the road. And he's calling a field goal. Good for him. That's the right call. There's no reason to not take your points in the first quarter. None. Get on the board. Just trying to mess with some of this media stuff here while we wait. So, put a little music on, maybe make y'all say hello. I'll see what's going on here. All right, so this is a short kick, 20-yard field goal, but it doesn't matter. There's no shame in getting points on the board. You're here to win, not to make style points. Plus, you can get a defensive penalty, roughing the kick or something. The kick is up, and it's inside that left upright, but it still counts. Doesn't matter how close it is. So the Battlehawks sputter at the end there, but they do get 3 points on the board, and it is 9-3 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. So, pardon me, y'all, while we are at commercial here, I am trying to work on something here. Bear with me. Trying to mess with the StreamYard here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know this is not the most exciting stream right now, but I'm doing what we do. Let's try to check something else out here. Wonder why it's yeah, give me the like, give me the follow. It says Facebook, but I don't have the Facebook one, but here we go. I'll pop that on there. Just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, please subscribe, please join my YouTube. Please follow me on Kick. But I don't know, I keep that up for so long because that could be irritating. So 16 viewers right now. Just want to thank you guys for tuning in. And I am just trying to work on a few things here. Oops, did not mean to do that. So I wonder why the background's doing what it's doing, though. It should have a, it's not popping up. I like to have that up in the background, but oh well, nonetheless. I know I'm not talking loud or none of that stuff, but thank you guys for tuning in. This special UFL Tuesday edition, like a little Tuesday night football that keeps you through the day. So had a little sputtering offense there, though, for St. Louis. They've had 2 drives, one with a turnover and one with points on the board. Dallas went down and scored a touchdown on their drive and got a field goal, so they've 2 for 2 on theirs, and they're about to get the ball on the kickoff here. Austin Reed has looked great out there. He's 4-7, 56 yards with a touchdown. So let's see how we keep going here. All right, St. Louis kicking off. Lands in the landing zone. He's taken at the 5-yard line. Hit it past 20 and gets to the 30-yard line. It gets taken down. I wonder what you guys think of that new kickoff rule. Is that something that you guys like? Damn, is this just not working? It's bothering me that this is not working. Oh well. That's where I'm showing the comment. UFL, baby. I'm commenting on my own stream. You can judge me all you want. I don't care. Dallas back to pass wide open to the left side. Number 7 again. And he fumbled the football. But who recovered? He recovered, and they recovered their own football, thankfully. That was popped out. That was a live football. So big time play. Just wide open. I mean, they're not playing on him at all. They're just letting it loose. So he's got all day. He runs a simple zig route, and there's nobody there to back him up. And then he shakes number 23 out of his boots. So they got to change something defensively because they're just absolutely getting destroyed. I mean, he did pop the ball out. He did punch it out. It was a live ball, but luckily his teammate fell on it. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. They run a screen pass to the right side. That gains 6 yards, hard-fought yards there. Dallas is moving the ball that well. Dallas is putting the belt on them right now. They have no answer for them defensively. 5-8, 92 yards already. Still the first quarter. He's almost got 100 yard pass. I'm sorry, 6-9 for 97. So we got almost 100 yards passing in the first quarter alone on 3 possessions. And they're threatening again. St. Louis needs to get it together. They've only run play selection. 9 passes to 2 rushes. So it's a pass-happy league. This is a pass-happy game. Passing again, 2nd and 5. Throws across his body to the other side of the football field. It was a terrible throw, incomplete. I don't know if he just panicked there or what, but bad play. 3rd and 4. Playbook's still pretty open. 45 minutes into the stream. Just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to Justin Paul Sports. Follow me on X, Follow me on Kick. Follow me on YouTube. Just want to thank you guys so much. All right. 3rd and 4. It's 5 seconds on the play clock. Just get the snap off. Inside slant. And he's got the first down. First down. Barely, but he gets it. You'd think that they could see that yellow line on the field the way they play this game, but first down. It's a great throw. It's so funny. Austin Reed, when at Western Kentucky, took over for Bailey Zappi. Remember that guy? Passing legends down there, Hilltoppers. All right, single back pistol. They decide to hand off left side, and that goes nowhere. So now we can see that St. Louis can stop the run, and Dallas cannot run the ball. To be second down here. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. I think they're going to let the clock run out. So at the end of the first quarter, it is St. Louis 3, Dallas 9, and Dallas is threatening. They're in second down, 2nd and 10 at the end of the first quarter. So I wonder if they're going to have a long halftime performance again. No more Tuesday games, though. Even though there's nothing else on, but why not? No more Tuesday games. What a night, y'all. What a random night in the week. And I'm just checking the news while we're at commercial, and it looks like nothing happened. So I thought today was supposed to be the apocalypse, and you're still here with me, 17 of you anyway. I appreciate you. What's up, guys? Say something in the chat. Say hello. It's kind of tough to talk to yourself, but here goes. Here we go. Let's get to the second quarter. Get this rolling. Get my free picks. Winnable.com/Justin Paul Sports. That's where I got all my free picks for the UFL season. I pick every game. I'll pick the side or the total. If you do parlays, you are a crazy, crazy person, but that is you. Hang on 1 second here. Just checking the news. Just checking to see. Well, you guys are sticking around with my moments of silence like that, but sometimes silence is golden. Or a commercial anyway. So we're not missing anything. We're not missing anything exciting. 300 subscribers, though. I am thankful for that. It's been something trying to grow this channel. So it's a work in progress. All right. Yes, come say something in the chat. Come say hello. Tell me what's on your mind on this Tuesday night. Anybody? I got 18 viewers watching some ball, hanging out, relaxing. 19 viewers. LFG, baby. LFG. It's just odd having football on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I think with the NFL, though, they've got football on too many days of the week. You got Thursday, Sunday, Monday, and then when there's no college football, they do the Saturday. They're going to do Friday. They're going to do something with a Wednesday night for Thanksgiving. Just cut us a break, man. We want to watch your product, but we want to do other stuff with our lives. So, anyway, come back from commercial showing race from Bristol for Sunday. You guys are in NASCAR. Statistically, Dallas has dominated 102 yards to 66 passing, 112 total, 72 total, 8 yards of play to 6, time possession. Dallas has dominated that first quarter, and it shows on the scoreboard. Here we go, 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. They're about to break into the red zone here. And it's a offset pistol. Reed just throws it to flat to the running back, and he will lose 4 yards, 3 yards there. So great defense, puts it in 3rd and long. But they're still definitely in field goal range, so we can see something happen here. They're hurrying, they're hurrying, they're hurrying. But see, they let St. Louis get set. 3rd and 12. Now they're calling the play. Like, what do you like? That stuff doesn't work, I don't think, on a lot of teams. I think all that fake chest stuff, like you're not fooling anybody. Here we go. 4 wide. Reed steps in the pocket. He takes off, gets to the 20, and almost gets the first down, but it's going to be short, and there's a penalty marker down in the field. That was a good run. Spread out the team, sent on goes, just cut through the middle. It's a great way to gain big yards on a long, 3rd and long. They're expecting the pass. So it's a hold. So that takes him back 10 yards. I almost would be tempted to run the same thing. True story. Yeah, it was just 4 goes. Halfback goes out in the flat, takes the defender. There's actually no, he's sitting back far enough to where he could have made that guy miss, but yeah, you can't hook under the arm and throw him to the ground like that. It's a good call by the refs. Speaking of refs, the NFL might have replacement refs in here. I know how you guys are going to love that. 3rd and 22. They're at the 36-yard line, and they run a simple hook and ladder. I won't say simple, but I don't know if that was supposed to happen, but it makes the field goal much more makeable. Percentages go way up. So I got the replay here. This is a simple stick route. Oh, and he got hit. So it wasn't meant to do that. It looked like a hook and ladder, but he got hit immediately. Oh, he did hook it. He did catch it and toss it from that angle. So that was a hook and ladder. It just didn't. It got blown up so fast. 52-yard field goal. Colton Thieker made one from 48. So this is 3 yards further than that. 4 yards further. Snap. Kick. It's up. And he hit the crossbar. No good. So St. Louis gets a break there. Penalty. Going backwards and just missing the kicks. So we've had 2 missed kicks in this game. 2 missed by that kicker. He missed the extra point, and then he just hit the upright. He just missed it, but this kind of things come back to you. Just got to be consistent. 13 minutes in the second quarter. A lot of stoppage in this game, my goodness. 19 viewers. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, saying hello. What a day it has been. And just relaxing on this Tuesday night, man. Everybody works hard, want to come home, relax, watch the game, take it easy. It's good stuff, man. It's what we like to do. We like to chill. We like to bet on sports. We like to relax. We like to have a good time. We like to make money. Proud to be an American. Land of the free, home of the whopper. You know how that goes. Let's see here. I guess there's a scandal with Mike Vrabel and NFL reporter Diana Rossini at a luxury hotel out here in Sedona. But the photos just show them there. I don't know what they're doing. It could be an interview, it could be nothing, it could be everything. So everybody needs a little scandal. Did you guys know that Bushwhacker Luke is still wrestling? He's still wrestling, folks. He was old when I was a kid, but he's out there doing what he does. I mean, he's still moving around, though. I think he's in his 80s. I never understood, though, quite what that whole shucking and jiving thing was, but nonetheless. So Totally unrelated to sports. Iran has released a 10-point proposal guaranteed of non-aggression. But one of their things is reparations. Do they not know that America doesn't do reparations? We're not doing all that. So, Austin Reed, back under center here. Was under center. Now we're going to be going with kickoff. This game's dragging. We're already an hour into the game. We're just in the second quarter. Usually by now we're at much more times passed, but out to the 42-yard line is where St. Louis takes over after the missed field goal. A little orbit, but they hand it off to the opposite side for a decent gain. It's about a 4 or 5 yard gain on first down. That's good, efficient football. If you gain 4 yards of play, you're giving yourself a chance to win, and you got to do what you got to do in order to make that happen. Got to make it happen, folks. So they're doing a little interview with Austin Reed on the sideline. Just it's kind of interesting to do that mid game, but 2nd and 6 for the Battlehawks. Orbit the other side, and they throw the swing route to the flat. Running back makes a miss, gets the first down. So an inside run and then a swing route to the opposite side, and they're moving the football. Got a first down. Now you start getting in the rhythm. You got over that, and they're hurry up. So they're at the 46-yard line of Dallas. Silver's back. He's waiting, throws it out to the flat, almost overthrows him, but running back makes the defender miss, gets down to the 40-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 30. Hits it out to Jackson in the flat. The Battlehawks, caused law. You guys keep turning out in St. Louis. I'm proud of you guys for turning out 30,000 in that dome, whatever it is. You guys just go out there and watch professional football. You guys got the wrong end of the stick with the Rams, but the NFL gives if the NFL gives an international team before they give the St. Louis people of St. Louis a team, I think that's absolute travesty. 2nd and 2. Motion from left to right. Inside give. And sniffs it out, breaks the tackle, but gets the first down. So he had him in the backfield, just managed to break through. So that's 2 first downs on this drive, and now the Battlehawks are in business. Goes back to taking the points earlier in the game. You get a touchdown here, you at least tie it. So it's first down from the 36-yard line, 4 wide, and throws a little hitch to Butler, and he's pulling him down by his shirt for a gain of 5. So that's pretty funny. He had to pull his T-shirt, just kind of held him by his shirt, made him fall back. It's almost like when they pull him by the dreadlocks sometimes, but you can rip a T-shirt. Just a simple hook route. He doesn't grab that shirt, he's going to get going. He's going to get the first down. So whatever it takes, tackle him. Whatever it takes to get the job done, folks. All right. 2nd and 3. 4 wide again. Silver throws over the middle of the field, and it is dropped. It is thrown behind the receiver, but Jackson was wide open. But you got to make that throw, man. There wasn't pressure. It's just bad throws. Human element to football. Just looking at it again. The right side, just simple slant route. Wide open. Just throws it high and outside. Got to lead your player. Quarterback notices he threw it to. You can see the reaction on the replay. Pick your head up. You got to get in there. Get in there for the next play. 3rd and 3. You got to get a first down out of hell with that last play. Orbit to the other side. And it's nearly picked off on an out route. Looking for Jackson again. So now it's 4th and 3. But you take the points. But if Silvers keeps playing like that, I don't know how much longer they're going to keep him out there because he had an underthrow in the first drive of the game for them. He's nearly thrown another interception there. He's underthrowing receivers. They're going for it. I don't think that they should go for it personally, but we'll see what they do here. I mean, they're at the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. Motion. They run, snap the ball. He's looking. He's looking. He's under duress. And he throws it, and it's. Did he catch it? Incomplete. It was in the receiver's hands, but it's unnecessary. First half. So instead of it being a 6-point game, or instead of it being a 3-point game, it's a 6-point game. They missed a field goal. You had an opportunity to get something. That throw was right on the money, though. You got to catch that. It was in his hands. Oh, I guess the defender did have his arm underneath there, but that is a catchable football. So no points. Turnover on downs. Tough break. Tough break. So we're at commercial. A little vibe going on an hour into the stream. Join our Tuesday night. Say something in the chat, folks. I know I've had that banner going for a minute. I'll get that off there for now, but it's been quite the Tuesday. What do you guys know out there? Tell me something good. Tell me something good. Kind of crazy to go this far into a stream and not have any feedback from the crowd, man. Y'all gotta say hello. What it do? Tell me something good. Tell me something funny. Give me a good joke. Tell me how much you love this Grand Theft Auto music at the commercial. We almost had World War III before Grand Theft Auto 6. What a time. What a time. But I know on the streams I've been told that you gotta act a fool, and I can't do that all the time. I'm too old. You know, too old for that. Depends on what it is. Gotta be exciting. It just helps to have somebody to bounce things off of, you know? Yeah, we just got that vibe going. We'll get the scoreboard back up there. A little bit of light in here. It's a beautiful sunny day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's still funny to me that they'll show commercials for alcohol, but they won't show commercials for cigarettes or nothing like that, so pretty funny. So they're showing the replay, and he just, you know, the defender did get his arm in there, but these receivers have got to catch the ball first before they make a move. I think he was worried about his footing. But no points means no points. Got to get out there. Would it help if I turn my head around? Would this help give me some viewers if I did this? I throw the old XFL logo. Shout out to XFL Jim. He's a big UFL guy. All right, so we got dual back formation, 3 wideouts, orbit motion from right to left, fakes the inside give, throws a quick slant, and it's underthrown. Like, both these quarterbacks are throwing it behind the receivers today. I don't know what it is, but nonetheless, that's what's going on. Got that music off. Second and 10. Dallas has the football. Clock is just ticking. So here we go. It's a heavier formation, single back, tight end in motion from left to the middle, picks up that block. Great block by the tight end on the fullback, and that gets him 10 yards on the rush. Outstanding trap. Hunter's able to get through there and make a great play. So good stuff. That's good old-fashioned, old-school football. Sometimes if it ain't broke, don't mess with it, you know? You don't have to get super creative. You can just be smart, make smart decisions, and, you know, impose your will on another team. They got film on you. They know every tendency, all that stuff. We got smart people all over this game, but make them, you know, do what you do. Make them adjust to what you do. I've always been a believer in that. Dual back formation again. And they hand it off to the other side, but he gets wide open. He's broke free to the right side, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. It's a big run. Big time run. Wow. It's just a simple inside opposite give. It's not a counter, but the running back that he was in the backfield with blocked to the other side. Incredible run down the right side. There was nobody out there. Dallas is in business. They've been feasting all day offensively against this team. But they got to get up on the line of scrimmage and hurry up. And they did. 14 seconds on the play clock, plenty of time. And decide to run it again to the left side, but they're on it this time. It's a loss on the play. Bentley with the tackle. So they had dual tight ends. It's a heavy single back formation, and just 79 missed his block. So it's great defensive effort for the Battlehawks there. And there's a stoppage. Timeout. St. Louis. It's their last timeout of the half. It was first and goal on the previous play, but there was a loss, so it's going to be second and goal. 6 minutes, 52 seconds left in the first half. So, let's see about what they call rock, which is generic. Just a little guitar. Shout out to StreamYard for their non-licensed music. Keep the stream going, keep things going like that. Appreciate it. Just trying to figure out though, like I'm trying to set this background and it won't let me. It just shows this. Let me see something here. Let's just see. Oh. Let me see here if this works. Let's just see if this works. Nope, that doesn't work unless I try this. Let me try this here. Just want to see something. I'm just fiddling around with it. Nope. Oh, I guess it does that way. So there we are. Turn this way a little bit. It's like my own green screen. So it's gonna be a little pixelated, whatever the case may be. See, what if I put my head to the side like I'm some kind of G, like throwing up, doing all the pixelated pictures and all that stuff. So what do you guys think? Should I do it this way? Should I do it black and white? Should I do vintage? Should I do cinematic? Ooh, cinematic. What if I do cool? Cool looks good. Man, that's really heavy. Warm, soft, dark, bright. My goodness. Try this one a little bit here. So, all right. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. So we're gonna have that up for the rest of the stream. I'm gonna try and get these things for the NFL streams and the Alabama streams. Roll Tide. So here we are. It is second and goal. Dallas still has 2 timeouts remaining. They are threatening. And see what kind of formation they come out here. It's a offset eye pistol. And Reed throws it to the slot receiver, steps back, breaks tackle. 84 is going to go to the right side. He's going to get in there. That's going to be a touchdown for the Dallas Renegades. Great play call there. Hits a tight end in the flat. Greg Ward. Oh, he's not really a tight end. He was a complete wide receiver for Philadelphia some time ago when they were having receiver injuries. And it's going to be a 15-3 lead for Dallas. So just pistol formation. He steps back, but they're playing so soft, and he just makes that corner look ridiculous. They can't get over there in time. They don't have any help outside. The other wide receiver did his job, making blocks down the field. Just great play all around for the Renegades. So you miss the field goal, or you don't go for the field goal, you get no points. Dallas goes right down the field, puts a touchdown on you. So I think there's a little bit of psychology to that for doing things like that. So anyway, they're going for 2. And Ward takes a snap and throws it for 2 and converts it on a Wildcat conversion pass. So it was like an option right, and just the tight end popped out. A little tight end pop, wide open. They chased after Ward. He was lined up in the backfield, and the corner just absolutely went after Ward and left Green wide open. So 17-3, Dallas lead here on this Tuesday night UFL. 18 viewers. Just want to say shout out to my viewers. I appreciate you. Leave some comments. Tell me what you think about the game. Are you having a good time? Are you enjoying the UFL? Do you like the CFL? Do you like the NFL? Do you like college football? Do you like college basketball? Do you like to bet on sports? Do you like pancakes? Do you like women? What do you like? Let's talk about it. It's open. It ain't got to be strictly football, folks, but Renegades have scored on 9 of 14 drives this season, 5 touchdowns, 4 field goals. That is an efficient offense. Dallas is going to make the playoffs, I think. If they can keep offensively moving the ball like that, they'll definitely make the playoffs. I don't question it for a minute. So props to the Renegades. Shout out to the Renegades. Kickoff is fielded at the goal line. Takes it inside all the way out to the 30. So that kick would have landed in the landing zone still, but it would have been a live football. So Silvers really has to get his ass in gear here. Now you got to get a touchdown. Still the first half. You still won't die if you get a field goal. Just can't have an empty possession if you want to be serious about this. So close out the first half with some points. That's what you want to do. Close out the first half with some points. All right, so we got 5 wide. So we're going back to this again. And throws an outside hitch route. Is caught for 6 yards. There's still 6 minutes and 30 seconds, so there's no hurry. But you want to make sure that you're able to control the tempo here. Don't let Dallas get the ball back. If you can afford it, you want to kind of milk this at the same time. Silvers is 9 of 16 for 87 yards, 1 pick. So here we go, 3 wide. And throws it outside to number 1. They get a first down there. Pearson. So move the chains, get a new set of downs. Don't give up on your game plan. You're down 2 touchdowns, but don't give up on your game plan here. Just keep doing what you're doing. Be in control. Take ownership. Take charge of what you're doing. So here we go. We got 4 wide. Trips on the left side. Now he's in motion from left to right, so it's 4 wide. Old run and shoot formation. Silvers is back. He's looking, throws to the flat, and it's incomplete. And that would have been a terrible disaster had he caught it. Linebacker Tyler was all over that play, so he sniffed it out. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Clock's ticking. This might be a good time to go 4 wide and do an inside give. But it was covered. Everything was covered on that play. It's good defensive coverage by Dallas. And St. Louis has just been sputtering this entire half. Here we go here for they're on their own 41-yard line. It throws a little halfback screen inside, a little tunnel screen, but it's going to be 3rd and about 7. And the play never really got going. But man, you guys have got to run the. What is the Achilles heel with running the football? Do you not trust your team to do this? You know, you got to trust your team to make these plays. So we're going to see. We'll see what happens here. 19 viewers, thank you guys for tuning in to Justin Paul Sports, enjoying your UFL Tuesday with me. Doing some commentary. Trips on the right side, 3rd and 8. They're at their own 44-yard line. Silvers gets a snap. And Silver's over the middle of the field, and he just completely misses. And if you were in St. Louis, the Bluebirds would be out. But it's 4th and 8. And if I'm St. Louis, I'm punting the football, which they are. So just there's no pressure. You know, he's got time. He just The guy's not open, and he threw it anyway. He threw it behind him in double coverage and should have been picked off. So Silver's got a break there. This has not been good quarterbacking. St. Louis punts the ball. It will be fielded. A fair catch exactly at the 20-yard line. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the half. If Dallas goes down there and scores another touchdown, we might see a quarterback change at the half, would be my guess. I mean, man, my goodness, the Renegades offense is humming. The defense for St. Louis is just playing the soft coverage, and they're getting exploited. They haven't been able to stop them. That's 6 efficient quarters from this Renegades football team to start the football season, which is what you want to see. Have myself a little refreshment there. I don't care if it's hokey or tack, poor tack that you want to see me. It's not like I'm eating on stream. There are people that do that. I think that's crazy. But all this talking, you're going to get dry mouth. Almost closing in on the half. So I got viewers on X, YouTube, and Kick. It doesn't tell me where. I've just got 19, 18, 19 of you just sticking around. So, what do you say? What do you say? You guys like the background? Let me know. I think it was really good. I'm going to toot my own horn. I do not care. Worked hard on it. So I was working on it during the stream. Just taking a look here. Austin Reed 316 is a t-shirt I just saw, which should be a good one. Some spring football games this week. This is mostly a college football channel, but there is some spring football this week. I'll be going over that. I'll be talking about Alabama because I am a Crimson Tide fan. Hopefully, I'll be able to do my. I'll be working on my SEC preview show this year for sure. Again, that's definitely happening again. Like I said, some exciting things coming up here. I'm going to be doing the NFL draft live stream. I'm going to live stream a UFL game of the week every week. Just haven't decided which one it'll be next week. Probably Stallions games are the ones I want to do the most, but Stallions game was on Easter Sunday, so I did not get to do that one. And I had family over, as you do on Easter holidays. So next week, I'll have to look at the schedule. I don't know what time they play, but I will definitely live stream the Stallions. 17-3, Dallas leads. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first half. Austin Reed has been putting a can of whoop ass on this Battlehawks defense. They're at their own 20-yard line. Offset pistol. Rollout left. Nice grab. First down. 12 yards down the field. This offense looks good. And Caleb Williams could learn a thing or two from this team. I'll tell you what. I will tell you what, Caleb Williams. So here we go. Second down. I'm sorry, first down. I got a first down on that. So 1st and 10 for the Renegades. And just got an offset pistol again. And then tight end motions inline, so it's single back. Single back pistol. Reed looking all day. Throws a nice pass. Gets 8 or 9 yards. Loves throwing it to number 1. Pardon me for not remembering his name, but he's making plays happen. 2nd and 1. 2 minutes, 47 seconds in the first half. So here we go. Let's see what they got here. Here we go. 2nd and 1. They're at the 40-yard line. Tyler Vaughn, 7 grabs, 89 yards, 1 touchdown in the first half. He's been cooking. They give an inside give. It's a first down. And they might run it down at the 2-minute warning now. But Vaughn's is having himself a great first half. Great throw. Great throw. Great throw. Great throw. 2-minute warning. Dallas leads 17-3. Some see what other kind of music we got going on here. See how this sounds. Oh. A little lo-fi vibe on for your football. No, that don't fit. Sorry, it's not going to happen. I don't want to put too much on here because if I do that, then what happens is you get hit with those. You get hit with those publishing rights and all that crap, and you get strikes or you can't get monetized. I'm not monetized anyway. I've been trying to grow my channel. I'm obviously making mistakes, but I'm never going to give up. Never going to give up. I'm going to have to figure this out. I have to keep streaming more, grow my account. Tell a friend. Justin Paul Sports. Sports betting, sports streaming, sports commentary, live streams, you name it. We talk about it. This isn't some 22-year-old hyped up, betting on ridiculous parlays and all that stuff and trying to fake a lifestyle that most people like to do to try and get accomplishments. I'm not going to flip my lid on this channel because that's not what a smart bettor does. It's not what a smart man does. Men have to be able to control and compose themselves and make smart, rational decisions and don't do things. Don't just act the fool. Don't be the fool. Because when you're the fool, you can't recover from it. And that's what everybody thinks you are. And it's hard to shake that once everybody plays the fool. It's hard to get respect when somebody thinks you're just some kind of jerk. Now, there's a difference between a sense of humor and selling yourself out for clicks. There are channels that do that. I try to be rational. I mean, of course, I'm a human being, and I see a big play, I'll get into it then. And I know I sound kind of monotone, but I'm doing a lot of yapping, a lot of yapping with no feedback, no break for the vocal cords. So, real quick stats: Dallas has run 24 plays for 200 yards. St. Louis is at 25 plays for 114 yards. So there's definitely an efficiency there. Time possession is equal. I mean, it's 10 seconds of difference in time possession. So St. Louis is going to have to buckle down, maybe force a turnover. You got to get off the field, try and get no points, holding the 3 at best. They're still on their own half of the field. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Play action pass. Reed is looking deep, looking medium, and he was covered. It was a good throwaway. Only put it in a place where his guy could get it, but that was good coverage on the back end by the Battlehawks. They didn't bite too hard on the play action. So here we go. 2nd and 10. Just almost a spider or two by banana, but he did hold. That corner did hold. That could have been called. He tugged his jersey. He's even looking at his jersey like, see how it's tucked under my shoulder pad? It's got a point. Inside give. St. Louis doesn't have any timeouts, though. So because they burned their timeouts, I think Dallas is going to run the clock down here. There's an injury. It's a Battlehawks injury on the ground there. First injury of the football game. We don't want to see injuries. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Minute 42 left in the first half. So we got another commercial break. Another commercial break. Come say hello. No comments. It's brutal. Brutal. So, oh well. UFL is not as popular as college football and the NFL. Makes sense. I understand it. But y'all gonna watch me have no sit. That's for sure. I think I might cut the stream in half today. I think that's what's going to happen. Can't get any feedback. I appreciate you guys tuning in. 18 of you giving me a chance here. But if I can't get any feedback, just yakking to myself the whole time, I get it though. It's all good. It's Tuesday night. People are doing homework. They got jobs on their mind. They got their chores. They got stuff they got to do. They've been putting it off because of March Madness. Want to get it done. So we'll wrap up the half and call it a night tonight. But I will definitely be streaming the Birmingham game next week. I will definitely do the full game on that. And give me just a moment here. And let's see. Just taking a look. Here we go. All right. 17-3, 1 minute, 37 seconds. Clock is ticking. After that injury for the Battlehawks. It's a rare Tuesday stream. 17-3. Dallas has the ball at their own 44-yard line. Second and long here. They are taking the clock down. Might be another run, I'm assuming. No, they're going for it. Back to pass. Throws it is caught for the first down, so now we're going to see him in a hurry up as they get past midfield. Loves throwing it to Vaughns. He's just been cooking this team the whole first half. 1 minute left in the first half. Oh, there is a stoppage to move the chains. Trip bunch right side. Back to pass. Reed's looking, and he just throws it away. But there is a receiver in the area, but they call grounding. He's on the other side of the line of scrimmage, so there's going to be a grounding penalty. So it's a loss of down. Just a busted play. Sometimes you make a mistake, but Reed had no time back there. It's coming down on his lineman, but the quarterback's got to be careful when you come down on your lineman too hard. Like, the motherfuckers are bigger than you, and they will absolutely handle you. So 54 seconds left. Dallas has 2 timeouts, so there's no panic. But it is a loss of down, loss of yards. Now he's there talking to his lineman. Now he's straightening him out. That's the thing about being a leader. You know, you got to be hard on them, but then you got to straighten them out too. You can't just be one way or the other. All right, here we go. What are they stopping for? Call the play. There's no timeout. Oh, they did call timeout. So Dallas took a timeout after the grounding. They're just letting them catch their wits about it. So here we go. 54 seconds left. Second and 20. 13-19, 147 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Reed had a good first half. He's just been cooking his defense. Second half should be interesting. See if St. Louis gets some life. And there is a offsides. Refs are going to talk about it. False start. So it's 5 more yards. So it's going to be second and 25. Incredible. Second and 25. So now, for the first time in the game, Dallas is really shooting himself in the foot. They got 4 penalties for 30 yards, and 2 of them are on this drive. I back-to-back plays. Looked like a defensive tackle move, though. Here we go, 2nd and 25. From their own. They're back on the other side of the field. Reed back to pass. Throws and is tipped incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and long. And if I'm Dallas, I'm just running an inside give here. Run the clock out, get out of here at halftime with a 14-point lead. So don't do anything cute. Don't throw a pick. Don't give them hope. This is a way to demoralize them right before the half. So here we go. 49 seconds left. And that's exactly what they do. They run an outside counter, stretch play, gain about 5 yards. The difference between the game clock and the play clock is 5 seconds. So I'm assuming Dallas will punt it. And that'll wrap up the first half. And I will wrap up this stream here momentarily. I can't get any feedback tonight. It is a rare Tuesday afternoon game, so it makes sense. It's just a regular season UFL game. Make sure you tune in and watch the second half of the game. 4th and 21. I think they're going to call a timeout before they snap it, which is smart. Just make sure that you get all your ducks in a row. Call timeout. 6 seconds left in the half, 5 seconds left in the half. So, interesting here. They're going to put the offense up, so that might be just a Hail Mary throw to kill the clock. But I think you give yourself too much risk. I wonder what Coach Neuheisel's thinking there. Just punt it. Just punt it. You've only got to run 5 seconds, punt it, and then boom it in the back of the end zone. Who cares? Kick it as far as you can and kick it out of bounds. It's only a 5-second play. It takes 2 seconds to snap it before you even kick it. So I would kick it out of bounds. So they're calling a Hail Mary. He just said they're calling a Hail Mary. So this could be, you can be a sack fumble. It could be whatever it is. But I'm not a fan of this play call, but we'll see how they wrap this up here. We will see how they wrap this up. Hail Mary. Looks like they're going to go to the right side here. It's taking forever to call this play. All right, so it's a Hail Mary. They're on their own 45-yard line, 4th and 21, 6 seconds on the clock. And let's see what they do here. Maybe they just throw it underneath and run the clock out. Reed takes it back. He's looking. He's under pressure. He's rolling left. He throws. A terrible throw. It was way short, but that'll end the first half, so no harm, no foul. And let's see here. With that being said, folks, I am going to wrap this stream up. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, watching the first half of the UFL with me for the Battlehawks game. That was a lot of fun. Please tune in next time as we do the live for the Birmingham Stallions game. I'll have a post up on my X. Follow me on X. Follow me on Kick. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me everywhere. I will lead you to good sports content. Thank you so much. You guys have a fantastic night. Thank you.